Justin Verlander is headed home. We are continuing our Locked On MLB trade deadline coverage. I am Jeff Carr, Locked On MLB channel manager. Joining me is Eric Huysman from Locked On Astros to break down the big get. And I think that one of our favorite debates this trade deadline will be who got the bigger picture when it comes to Max Scherzer going to the Rangers and when it comes to Justin Verlander going to the Astros. And it's only fitting that that just happened to be two rival teams that are fighting it out for the AL West. Eric, when you saw this deal go down, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, we've been hearing about it for the past few days, and it was just a matter of would the Astros give up Drew Gilbert. Ryan Clifford was somebody I thought the Astros would be comfortable trading. He was a highly sought after college guy. They had to go over slot value to get him, or high school guy. But I think Drew Gilbert was somebody that the Astros wanted to hold on to. And so I think the owner probably had to get involved because he had a good relationship with Justin Verlander. And so I think that after seeing everything that's happened, you saw the Rangers get better, you saw the Angels get better, you saw the Rays get better, and you heard Dusty Baker's comments before yesterday's game. He said it's a little bit disheartening to see all the other teams getting better, and we're just trying to go out there and just try to win ball games and try to do the best job we can. So I was shocked with how much they had to give up. I think that those two players was a big haul for the Mets. They did a great job there. The only question now that we're waiting for is how much of the salary are the Mets paying? Because you're talking about the number 1 and the number 4 prospects for Houston Astros. Granted, none of them are top 100. The Astros farm system has been depleted for the World Series, and they lost some picks also because of the scandal. But the Astros are where they are, and so to give up those two players, that was a big loss for the Astros. But Justin Verlander will be here for next year, and I'm sure he's going to pitch 104 innings to have that vesting option for 2025. So you're going to have an ace for 2.5 more years. So I think it's worthwhile to make this deal.
I think a big part of all of the rumors that happened, and we saw basically a saga of rumors, depending on who you follow on social media, of the Astros are the favorites. So the Astros had a deal in place, and then it fell through, and okay, maybe they're still the favorites. And I think at the end of the day, the biggest part of this negotiation was who would Justin Verlander waive his no trade clause for. And I think that it's hard for me to really understand any point other than he was waiving it just for the Houston Astros.
Right. I think that he really wanted to stay in Houston, and I think Jim Crane wanted him to stay in Houston, but you can't turn away $43 million per season at his age. And he at that time, he probably thought the Mets were going to be a winning franchise. They're going out there, getting all those players, spending all the money. Steve Cohen, he's going to go out there and do what it takes, but they just fell flat on their face this year. Then he was probably a little bit upset that Max Scherzer opted out and got traded to the Rangers. And so he didn't want to be, he's not playing baseball. Yes, I'm sure he wants to hit some milestones, but he also wants to win World Series. He got comfortable doing it with the Astros, going to the World Series all the time. And so he doesn't want to play on a team that doesn't have that goal. And then once the Mets started that fire sale, I think that yes, they would like to keep Justin Verlander around to have that ace, to have somebody to their free agents be like, oh, Justin Verlander's on team. Yeah, let's go play there. But at the same time, Justin Verlander had other ideas.
I think when you look at this deal, it really puts them high up in the AL West. When you look at the rest of the division, when you look at the rest of the American League, who is the team that most worries you now, knowing that you've got your ace back? And starting pitching has been a relative strength for the Astros most of the year.
Right. Yeah, I know that they've had some losses. Luis Garcia out with Tommy John. You had Lance McCullers pretty much out the whole season. Jose Urquidy has been out for most of the season. Even when he pitched, he wasn't that great. He's about to rejoin the rotation right now, and they're going to go with the 6-man rotation. But you've had to count on a lot of rookies this year. JP France has a 2.85 ERA. He's impressing everybody. I don't think anybody expected production from Brandon Belak. And then Hunter Brown, I'm not going to say he's taken a step backwards, but I think that bringing Justin Verlander back, that's Hunter Brown's idol. So to bring him back to the Houston Astros, I think that's going to kind of invigorate him a little bit. They pitched the same. He emulated his pitching style off of Verlander. So I think this is going to kind of bring a whole other life to this team. That I'm not saying that they've been stagnant or they're in some type of World Series hangover, but when you don't have a player like Justin Verlander on the team, it shows. And like he's very vocal out there, and he's very much a team leader. So the Astros had to get this done, and I think that Jim Crane was like, Dana Brown, just do what it takes. Let's get it done.
Yeah, one thing we know for certain, whenever the playoff lights come on, Justin Verlander shines the brightest. Eric, I appreciate it. Make sure you check out Locked On Astros each and every day, as they'll be chronicling every move that the Astros make up until there's a couple hours left here in the deadline, and as they move toward the postseason. Eric, thanks.